Surprise, motherfucker. What's up, crackheads? Do you think that could be my intro? Do you think that could be my intro? No, I think that could be my intro. I don't know. Could that be my intro? I have bad news. I got up to turn on my standing fan. And there's symbols everywhere. I don't know. It's the cog. It's Gears of War. It's a Gears of War reference. I don't know. Discord's been weird lately. There we go. Discord's been weird lately. I don't feel so good. I got up to put on my fan and I think I got some whiplash. And now it's not looking good, Chief. Master Chief. Ah. What do I do? How do I fix this? I can't move it. Neck snap. This is what happens when you play too much Virtual Boy. This is what happens when you go into the back rooms. I can fix it. I wish I had like a neck snap sound to go with it, but there we go. All better. Basically all better. How we doing, chat? How you guys? How you guys' necks? It has been... I didn't get that much sleep. I'm very eepy. I'm having a hard time falling asleep even when I'm tired because of like the heat and like just the temperature, just like the way things are lately. And then Canadian fires have been coming over to the States and making the air quality really times 50 bad. First thing I see upon opening stream is Monica breaking her neck. 20 ice cream sandwiches with Monster Energy? With Monster Energy, right? Anyway, we're big chillin' today. Or we're trying to be big chillin'. There's no big chillin' anymore. But I would like to be big chillin'. I ideally want to be big chillin'. Part of me wants to play some Pal World today. Because I got stuff I want to do in that game. And I'm eepy. So I'm probably gonna like pass out right after stream. Then I'm gonna have done like nothing today. I've lost so many hours of sleep that I just laid in bed for like 2 or 3 hours and could not fall asleep because of just discomfort. And it hurts my soul. Can you turn down the music a bit? Alright, hold on. Let me turn it up. Can't turn it up. It's really the highest it could be. Alright, we're gonna change it. There you go. I have to drink Surrey's liquid, and then I gotta drink Max liquid and eat a sweet tart. Alright. I've been trying to binge chilling all week this week. Alright, that's Surrey's Hydrate. And now Max. It's been pretty bad. It's been pretty bad this summer. It's real summer. I cannot wait for this summer to be over. Eat one sweet tart, that's right. Forgot about that. I got a green one. It says calm and bold on it. Is it a woo song? It is. Will there be in a woo? There was in fact in a woo. Alright. I still need to fix the tracking. It's still acting weird. Oh my god, Callie with the hydrate. How do I want to fix the tracking? What do I want to do? I guess this works for now. Hydrate again from Callie. It's monsoon week this week. The storm fronts have been messing me up with headaches. I've been getting hot weather, and now we have a really bad air quality index in like the 250 range. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Visibility is bad, but also smoke inhalation's even worse. It's not orange, it's just very like foggy, but it's not fog. That's not fog, it's basically Silent Hill. Sorry, I'm playing with something in my lap. Anyway. Ah! My eye! My good eye! Actually, both my eyes are my good eyes. I'm not like one of those nerds that wears glasses. I can actually see. Can you see? You can't see. Doo, 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 doo. First time dealing with wildfire? Nah. It's just a very hot summer on top of the wildfire stuff. I wouldn't say it's record high summer because like every time I watch news, they're always talking about like, oh, it was 150 billion today in 1852, and the coldest it's ever been was 50 degrees today in 1976 or something crazy like that. So it's not like record highs, but it feels like consistent high uncomfortability that I'm not used to from summer. Maybe last summer was also kind of this bad. I don't know. My room is not great for this because I have a computer. I have a gaming computer, and I wouldn't say it runs like a jet engine, but it definitely runs a little bit hot. And it'll make my room like 10 degrees hotter than the rest of the house, which is unfortunate. And then also my room is in the front of the house. So in the daytime, well, the front of the house doesn't really matter. My room is facing the sun most of the day. My room is basically, when the sun rises, it's on like the left side of the room, hitting the windows on the left side, and then as it goes, across, it basically goes across so that when the sun is setting, it's on the right side. So I'm constantly getting sun hitting my windows, and then it's coming, like the heat is coming through radiation off the windows, so I'm getting the brunt of the heat from sunlight. My computer makes things hot. There's just like no like wind. Like the wind isn't that great. Rotate your house, man. I wish this was The Sims 4 and I could just get in the pool and then the ladder despawns and I'm just in a nice pool for the rest of my life. Summer always got me messed up. Yeah, I'm not enjoying this heat. The storm's rolling in lowered hours to like 50 air quality. That's not bad. That's not bad. Ours isn't a bad place. There's places that are way worse. Upstate New York, a lot of the higher states like Maine, way worse. A lot of the Midwest, way worse. I get it, but it don't look too good out there, and it smells bad. And I'm sure they're telling us to mask up and don't go outside unless you absolutely have to and stuff like that. So it's bad. It's bad. It's just probably worse in other places. I get it. But on top of everything else, it's like, man, the hits just keep coming and they don't stop 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 coming. It's bad everywhere. Having on my doors or windows is getting into my throat. Oof. Be careful. Mask up. It's gonna be a short life, but at least you would be cooled. Wait, what? Who's dying? Me? Am I dying? Killing me? Fire COVID? Oh god. That sounds horrible. Yeah, the Sims pool trick. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. I totally forgot I even mentioned that. I have such bad minute-to-minute stream memory. Like when I say something, because I'm talking about something in chat, like if I go on some weird tangent and I say something moderately unhinged, then it enters my mind and then leaves my mind in the same time span. You know, I just word vomit and I say things. Great quote. Came recently. the unhinged fixation is real. No, it's a momentary unhinge that just leaves my mouth and then leaves my brain at the same time. So I don't even know I said it. And like someone will comment on it and I'll be like, I'll be honest, I don't even know what I'm charged with. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, I forgot. Apparently we're in a flood watch right now over here somehow. Probably the monsoons, if I had to guess. Anyway, we're doing the Star War today. It's the day of Star War. This is becoming Star Wars Thursdays. It's not intentional. It's just because I wanted to play SWTOR before the membership runs out, and I only have so many stream days, and I want to finish a bunch of playthroughs of games, and Destiny is kind of a big deal to me. And actually, I would say Destiny is a big deal in general, because let's take a look at the numbers. If anyone wants to look with me, because I'm not going to pull up like the browser source on stream, but Destiny 2 Steam charts says the game is 59,668 right now, and a 24-hour peak of 62,000 and change. What's Marathon, the game they didn't kill? How's that one doing? Ooh, 6,667 players right now with a 24-hour peak of 6,683. Ooh. 6K versus 59K. Ooh. I think you killed the wrong game. I think just a guess. It's just a theory, like a game theory, because this is about a video game. I think you killed the wrong game. Destiny 1 is $2 right now for everything. If anyone wants to waste money, that's not a waste of money. D1 is really fun. I enjoyed D1. The story beats, especially, you know, you do the original campaign, which is still in the game, by the way. They didn't remove anything. Everything in D1 that they ever added to D1 is still in D1. They didn't take out anything, which is crazy. So, D1 original campaign, mid. The Dark Below is the introduction of Hive Mommy Eris Morn. Not great, but at least you see her at the beginning, which is nice for character development purposes. Then House of Wolves is okay. Then Taken King, really good. Rise of Iron, really good. And that's pretty much it. And I think that's worth $2, just playing through all those things and getting a couple exotics that you use during when you play through those missions. I mean, everything else might be harder to do, like raids and stuff. So I should buy it. Go for it, fam. Go for it. Enjoy it. Experience it. It's the year of the gamer. There's so much going on right now. Pal World. Oh, how's Pal World doing? Pal World is another one. Pal World is popping off right now. 560,000 and a 24-hour peak of 812,000. That's really good. That's really insanely good. Especially because this is also on multiple consoles. That's crazy. I'm happy for it. Good for them. I'm all for them popping off this way. I kind of hoped that the release would be bigger. I hoped like launch of 1.0 would. I mean, this is insane copium to be like, oh, I hope they beat their original launch peak of like 2.1 million. That was crazy when they launched Pal World. It hit a peak of 2.1 million. Like I kind of, part of me wanted to see that again, but I get it. That's a tough, you know, that's a tough sell, you know. But it's definitely got the highest player count it's had since the original launch. It's higher than their other updates like Faybreak and the Terraria one and stuff like that. Like, this is definitely the biggest popped off. It's just a matter of how long do they keep that momentum, you know. Not gonna lie, Pal World is fine, but it's kind of mid. I don't think so. I think it's got a lot of cool concepts, a lot of in-depth things, a lot of features. Like, there's a lot of new things they added, like new armor, weapons, like mechanic things. I don't know what you want to call it. Accessories that add different things like anti-grav boots or dash boots or whatever. And there's a lot of cool things in there. The one thing I don't like is the grind for materials. They made it a little bit worse because they've added like new things you need to craft, like mid-tier like things to build equipment. Like originally you just needed like wood for a lot of things, but then they made wood planks where you have to take wood and nails to make wood planks, and everything instead of requiring wood requires wood planks. And then later on they're adding, but in my game I haven't reached it yet, hardwood, which is like wood times 2. It's like a better wood, you know, that's only in certain places, like higher level places. But that is not like a Power World only thing. That's something that you see in like every crafting survival game ever. It's in freaking RuneScape Dragon Wilds, which isn't a gold standard or anything. I'm not saying that's like the end all be all. I'm just saying like I've seen it around. I've seen the concept of like scaling base material resources not just being the same from day one. I get it. Power really does remind me of Ark Survival Evolved in terms of actual gameplay, but so much better than Ark. I agree. Ark has always felt like a playable alpha, not even a beta. Ark just screams bare minimum, like engine level, the game runs. It doesn't like have any of the polish. And Power World doesn't have a ton of polish either, but I feel like it has more polish than Ark. The thing is, it's so funny because I will tell you a million times, the gameplay of Power World is more similar to Ark than anything ever made in Pokemon, including Pokopia. And yet people immediately were like, oh, this game's gonna kill Pokemon. I'm like, probably not. Just visually, it looks similar, but play-wise, you're not gonna get the same people. Like, there's so much different about it being a survival crafting game where you have to catch monsters and put them to work in a base, and then you're base building and base defending and up like your tiers of weapons and equipment is constantly going up as you level, and you're trying to get technology points to get new stuff in your tech tree. And now there's a whole research system that's a branch of like upgrading your work speed and these other things. And then like all the stuff that would be kind of Pokemon-esque, which is like trainer battles, are basically non-existent. I don't know, man. It feels like Ark reskin. I was hoping for more of a campaign. They've added missions. They've added side missions and main missions to the game, but it's more of like a direction of like, hey, you should go to this tower, and then you should go to this tower and kill this boss, and then you should go to this tower and kill this boss, as opposed to having more narrative. But then again, Pokemon narrative is also easily skippable. Nintendo was stupid to chase Pocket Pair because the game is literally nothing like Pokemon. Honestly, you know what it reminded me of? The whole Pokemon lawsuit, Pocket Pair battle, legal thing. It was like peer pressure. It was like it's like two kids that don't get along in a playground, and they're just surrounded by other kids, and the other kids are like instigating them to fight and like pushing them toward each other. That's what Pocket Pair and the Pokemon thing reminded me of. Because, like you said, the games are not alike. It's just the visual things that are kind of similar. But unless you're literally copying the models and porting them over, like copying Sword and Shield models and putting them in Power World, there's not really much you can do. But they did change some models that were like very similar. I don't know if that was a legality thing or that was like a maybe we should change these or whatever. Maybe we should, you know, make these look a little bit different. They did change like 3 or 4 models of pals. But at the same time, they added some new pals that are also very Pokemon-esque. But I don't think they're one-to-one copies. I think it's just the style of cartoony animals based on real-life animals. Like, people are making a big deal about the whale, the flying whale, that looks like a flying whale, but also it looks like Kyogre, because Kyogre is also a flying whale, so everyone's like, oh, it's Kyogre! I'm like, okay, but, like, how many ways can you draw a cartoon whale? Like I don't remember what kind of whale, killer whale? What's the one that has like a white chin to tummy area, but it's like black with like the white around the eyes and stuff like that? I think it's a... I don't know what they're called. Also, by that logic, Pokemon stole the idea from Ghibli. Pokemon stole the idea from Dragon Quest. There's a lot of Dragon Quest monsters that are literally Pokemon monsters, just more stylized. Orca. Okay, my bad. Orca. Yeah. There's a lot of overlap between real life animals and pals, but that also makes it look like real, like pals and Pokemon, because we're all inspired when we create cartoony creatures. We can't help but be inspired by what we see in our real life, just modified and looking a little bit different to be like, not uncanny valley, but to be like off. The only time you're gonna get something that looks completely out of this world weird and not similar to things in our real life that we can relate to is if you have some kind of procedural generated crap like No Man's Sky. Like, I mean, people love No Man's Sky for its variety and stuff, but a lot of the creatures in No Man's Sky, they look like spore creatures, yes, but they also look like procedurally generated pre-AI slop AI slop. They look like AI slop before AI slop was a thing. Because they're just a mishmash of body shapes and limb shapes and things. Machine learning slop. Yeah, but this is before AI, so it's not even AI. It's just like they have prefab arms and heads and necks and bodies and tails and this and that and this. They have like a bunch of prefab things, and it's just the engine or the server is like choosing like, okay, this creature is gonna have this, and this, and there's no rhyme or reason to it really. It's just like thrown together, and that's a lot less of the human element curating the way it looks, and way more just like there's so much junk that looks like blah. And then there's some that look for like bangers, you know. But there's so much junk in No Man's Sky character, like creature-wise, that looks like blah. Anyway, let's get into the game. I've wasted enough time. Up, and we gotta go to the game. Yeah, but as expected, the human element was also full of Sporpedia with penis shapes. I mean, I guess. I got logged out for being AFK for too long. Whoops. Whoops! My bad. Hold on, I gotta fix my model, because I feel like the model is leaning forward a little too much and I don't know why. Dang, Callie. You're cursed and cringe. Oh, I don't have SWTOR anymore because I deleted it. I gotta fix that. There we go. Well, unfortunate for you. Unfortunate for you. I think my assessment of Palworld is it's crafting sim, but there feels more of a dopamine like it feels like there's more of a piece of candy dopamine rush to collect all the creatures, explore the map, find all the collectibles, and they added like a ton more collectibles, by the way. And just like get lost in it more than something like Ark. And I feel like you can get that playing solo or on like a server with a bunch of people. And I don't think it's anything like Pokemon. I don't think it's a case of it encroaching on Pokemon territory. Now they made a new card game, and that might encroach on Pokemon territory, to be fair. But I don't think it's going to take enough of a bite out. See, here's the thing. No matter how good I think Palworld is, and no matter how much I don't think it is a threat to Pokemon, we can all agree it literally is not a threat to Pokemon in terms of monetary gain, in terms of a loss on Pokemon's part. They are the highest grossing franchise ever, and the video game sales are a tiny fraction of their total profits. Most of their profits come from merchandise and physical sales, cards, plushies, anything that you can touch with your hands. They make so much money that whatever they lose making a bad Pokemon game, let alone having another game come out from someone else that's similar to their games, but just having a bad Pokemon game does nothing for them. It doesn't put them in risk. It doesn't give them a risk of bankruptcy. It's not a threat to them whatsoever. They make so much money out of other avenues that they could afford to make bad games. And I think that's why they do make bad games, because they recognize the investment into the game side of things does not require that much. All they really need to do to make for the games is introduce the Pokemon that they're going to sell plushies of and trading cards of, or put in the anime. The games are basically an advertisement for all their other products. So it doesn't need to be the most high quality, the most high budget, the most high end thing. Otherwise, they would have introduced voice acting and way more cinematic, like cutscenes and experiences to the games by now. They would have put way more effort into making a Pokemon game an experience rather than an introduction to this is Chimchar, and this is Pikachu but on a surfboard, and this is Poopy Butt, and this is this guy. You know, like all the games really are. It's like the Pokemon games are He-Man and G.I. Joe and Transformers, the shows. Remember those cartoons? You know what the point of those cartoons were? Were to sell the toys. It wasn't like, oh, let's make toys out of the show. It was the exact opposite. It was, let's make a show out of these toys. Because you want kids to watch the show and then be like, I want figures based on the show. It was a trap, and it worked. And that's basically what the Pokemon games are. The Pokemon games are to introduce you to these character things, because they're not really characters in terms of like personality and like character development and growth. They're just a monkey that shoots fire or whatever. You introduced this monkey that shoots fire, and then you want to go get it for your plushies or your figures or your cards or this or that. I respect Power World. I think it's good for the people who like that type of game, but I never would play it. And it has a gloom over it that makes me think Pokemon, and I do not like Pokemon. Yeah, unless it plays like Pokemon directly, there's no way they can go after the card game. Card games existed long before Pokemon. Sure. Yeah, I don't think it's not a case of only one can exist at one time. Are we talking about Elemental Ewok Gladiator combat games? We're talking about how Pokemon has reached, in terms of monetary gain, an unattainable, untouchable status that there's no game that could ever come out that would damage it or diminish it. And yet people were acting like Pal World was coming for some kind of crown that was somehow that they could grab, or that it would it was like a black eye in the face of Pokemon. And I don't think that at all. I don't think there's any, personally, and this is as someone that likes Pal World, I don't think there's any world where Pal World exceeds Pokemon or takes a big enough chunk of a kind of consumer pie to negatively affect Pokemon. I think Pokemon is existing, is going to exist, continues to exist, and will never not exist. And then Pal World can also at the same time exist in a smaller scale. But people were acting like, on like Twitter and stuff, people were acting like, oh, Pal World's gonna kill Pokemon, Pal World's a Pokemon killer, just like every Destiny game, or every game that's like Destiny is a Destiny killer. The games aren't even on the same platforms. There's definitely that. It's more so the fact that people are going. The idea is not that, oh, this is fighting for supremacy on the Switch. It's fighting for supremacy in this genre across platforms. And I don't see that as true, because they're treating Pal World versus Pokemon like the console wars, like Xbox versus PlayStation, as opposed to being like on Xbox. It's not like a case of like Halo versus Call of Duty, where it's on the same platform and they're fighting. It's more like they're two separate platforms, but which one is superior? And in terms of just name recognition, brand recognition, and everything else, Pokemon is always going to beat Pal World, always. Also, you can buy both games. There's no law against just playing both. I mean, with the price...
Twinkle, twinkle, assholes!
With the price of games going up lately, with the price of consoles going up lately, with all these things in terms of monetary, if you are short on cash and you only have so much to spend on games, you do have to make a sort of decision. But I feel like there's enough whales on the Pokemon side, especially considering prices of cards in the card game sphere, that Pokemon ain't losing sleep. Also, hi, Viv. Thank you for the hydrate and the Pocky. I'll eat the Pocky right now. How you doing, Viv? I wish people thought that way, Tech Wiz, but Pokemon games are being specific to Switch. Kinda can't buy them both. Prices of everything in every sphere all around the world are ridiculous. Yes, but my point is, there are also people that have so much income that propel the markets to be ridiculous. For example, a RAM shortage making RAM $1 billion a stick is not the same as a Pikachu card being $1 billion. One is because of supply, the other one is because of perceived rarity and perceived value based on a community kind of zeitgeist. Lately, I've been feeling like getting the random Pokemon pack when out and about, but there never is any. I mean, unless you plan to sell them unless you plan to get like some really cool card that sells for a lot of money, I don't see the point, personally, in my age, in my time of my life and stuff like that. You're right that Pokemon is huge, the world's most valuable IP. In fact, yes. Like more than all of Disney's IPs combined, yes. But capitalism is ranked and competitive, and Nintendo's paranoid that if somebody can make a close enough clone and get away with it, every corporation will make them. Powell can't kill Pokemon, but Sony maybe could, and Sony is watching the situation closely. Sony is in a contest to make as many worse decisions as possible. So I don't see Sony as a threat to Nintendo/Pokemon in that regard. Saying that Nintendo's paranoid that someone can make a clone that's close enough and get away with it, you have franchises that have been getting away with it since Pokemon's inception. Monster Rancher, half of them look like Pokemon. Digimon still exists, and that was literally, I mean, Digimon, Pokemon, like, come on. Sony is just an example? I'm sure, but there are also, Microsoft also isn't making the best decisions. I mean, to be fair, Nintendo also isn't making, like, no one's making consumer-friendly decisions, which is so weird, because usually when you're competing for people's money, you usually see the consumer benefit because they're trying to appeal to the consumer. If you have two people selling tomatoes, one of them is going to make their tomatoes cheaper so that you are incentivized to go to them over the other person selling tomatoes. And yet somehow things are going up in price, getting worse in terms of quality, and becoming more and more separated piecemeal, where even GTA 6 is like half a game at $80 and a full game at a whopping $100. Like, this is so crazy that we're like, not that we're accepting this as like standard or okay, but the fact that they're even going into these kind of practices in the first place. The console companies have been very disappointing to me for years now. PC's the only way I'll be going until things get more reasonable. Even that is struggling because you can build your own PC, but the parts cost an exorbitant amount of money, more than some people can afford and more than some people in good conscience could pay, because they know from previous experience this graphics card should not be worth this much money, this RAM should not be worth this much money, this part should not be worth it. Like, I know I shouldn't be overpaying for these things, and it kind of it wards people off of doing it, so it might keep people from making a new PC or things like that at the time being, with the way things are right now, for whatever reason. Pokemon is popular in the same way Disney is popular. You don't take market share, you simply coexist. They don't compete for our money anymore. Rich people have so much of the money now that they're a viable market. That's why every corporation makes weird decisions to attract investors now. Investment is what's called when rich people are your customers rather than us. So what you're saying is we eat the rich and take their hard drives and graphics cards, steal their memory. So I don't know the intricacies of why things cost more money these days, especially in the technological space. You could say it's because of AI making things cost more money, because a lot of these parts are being used towards AI servers and data farms and all these things. So, like, there's not enough for regular people. You could say it's that. You could say the parts used in these things are harder to come by because of this conflict or that conflict or this embargo or this whatever the other things are called besides embargo. Oh crap, sanction? I don't remember. But you could say it's like a million different things causing an issue of pricing. The point is, things suck right now. No matter how you slice it as to why, they suck right now. Remember, consoles are only cheap right now because they're still being subsidized by the console maker. I don't even think they're cheap. I wouldn't even consider them cheap. They're also like very low quantity. Like the scalper situation with like PlayStation 5 is insane, and it's been insane since the console's first ever release, inception, launch, whatever you want to call it. Probably alert to you, Monica, next Tuesday for 1,000 Voices Catalyst. Nice. Including new stuff from Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah, like, no one is doing anything that I feel like it's not that no one's doing anything to appeal to this consumer, but no one's doing enough to appeal to the consumer, in my opinion. Oh boy, let me tell you about how rare metals used for making these things are under numerous costs, increasing restrictions, sanctions, tariffs, scarcity versus demand. Yes, all those things. But also, things like AI and these Gen AI kind of like server farms and things are also taking a huge piece of whatever is able to be created, like whatever is able to be built, considering the prices or scarcity. So it's we're like second-class citizens in that regard, because someone is getting access to these things before us, and then we're getting like the scraps, and the scraps are a lot of money because they're only scraps, because there's so little, because there's only like 5 graphics cards in the entire state. You gotta fight over them, and it's bad. It's really bad, and you can blame whoever. I don't care. That's not the point. Point is, everything sucks. Well, we're about a month away from complete economic collapse if Hormuz isn't reopened, so we're having a time right now. It is so bad. Everything is so bad. Data centers and home PCs are exactly the same parts, but business can easily afford 5K GPUs and look. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We don't need 50 different AI programs. Give us the Thunderhead from Scythe books and we're golden. Everyone thinks AI is going to be the next big thing. Also, it's not even just AI. It's also... Sorry, I'm burping up a burger I ate today. Thanks, Koki. What was I saying? It's not just AI that's siphoning a lot of resources. It's also... This is going to sound weird. Cryptocurrency. And you're probably asking, how is a decentralized currency that's basically virtual, how is that siphoning like parts, like physical parts? Because people crypto farm and they need the devices to do it. I don't know how to put it. I want to say the computers to do it, but like all the necessary requirements that go into a computer go into crypto mining, and that's also a thing that's going on right now. So you have AI, you have crypto, and then you have scalping at the very bottom once that's all said and done. AI isn't smart, though. It's a current form. It's just a more advanced search bot and doc generator. Doc Dresden generator? We're generating doc? GPU mining is not really profitable, but ASICs are really borderline non-existent anymore. GPUs were real scarce for a while because of crypto. I think it's still going on. It's just that our perception of the problem has shifted from crypto being the cause to AI being the cause. And I feel like it's a little bit of both, because we haven't lost crypto. That's still around. So crypto's around, and AI is co-opted into it a lot of times. And art generating AI is trash and should die. I agree. Doc Dresden's AI generated. You said it, not me. Crypto farming made it hard to upgrade parts, but doable, while AI just put the final nail in the coffin for me. Yeah, it's a little bit of both. It's crypto, AI stuff, shortages because of these conflicts or that conflicts, and then we don't make it easier on ourselves. We scalp and we try to exploit each other like it's just a dog-eat-dog world at the very bottom rung once everything's all said and done. Like, the corporations are screwing us, the manufacturers are screwing us, the distributors are screwing us, and then we screw each other. There's a lot of screwing to go around, and yet no one is feeling the pleasure. I don't understand how that could be. Well, I mean, we are not feeling the pleasure. I'm sure someone with an island and files owned by the government are feeling the pleasure, but not us. To be with AI stuff, I'd rather vaporize it because it's annoying because AI ads. Crypto also dumped a load of abused 1070s and early RX cards onto the secondhand market, abused but sold as lightly used. All our economy is anymore scams and gambling. Yeah, also the gambling sphere is insane because we have monetized and gamble ified a lot of things that were not gambling 10 years ago. You know, obviously sports were always gambling, like horse races, like the gambling always occurred in sports. But now you have fantasy sports. Now you have gambling on your phone, accessible anywhere, no matter what state you're in, when normally there would have been legal concerns depending on what state you're in. And also, we have gambling for really stupid things. What is the freaking stock market going to be on this day? What is people literally did gambling over the election, who was going to win the election. Like, there's gambling over any possible thing you could think of. And I feel like it's so in your face everywhere you look and in everything you do. I mean, technically loot boxes are gambling. There's a lot of RNG gambling in general in games. I feel like it's gotten worse. Oh my god. I just had a freaking brain fart. I need to log on to Marvel Rivals and buy the Season 3 pass because they brought it back, and that's like one of the best battle passes ever. Someone bet on Iran strike that killed the leader. Yeah, like you could bet on stupid stuff like that. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's like something market, Poly Market or something. There's some place where you can bet on like literally the stupidest things. Like is JD Vance going to sneeze at the next State of the Union? Like Marvel. Yeah, I don't know. It popped into my head because Marvel Rivals also started introducing like not loot boxes, but RNG skins to get the skin or not, or you get like a bunch of crap, not the skin. It was gambling over what Trump would talk about and when in tonight's speech. One guy cleaned up those bets. That guy, the dude who wrote Trump's speech and did a teleprompter. Ha! Okay. Here's my take. That is morally wrong. First of all, it's morally wrong. Second of all, I don't think like betting on that in the first place was stupid, and you deserve it if you got scammed. For some reason, my dad uses it, but I think he uses his own money. That's worse. I hope you don't. I hope he doesn't like run out of money because he gambles it all away in things. That would suck. Scams and gambling. Yep. Yeah, how would you not expect that to be rigged? I don't want to fight the robots, but they're literally everywhere. You think I could touch lava for like a second? Like a millisecond of touching lava? How bad do you think this will hurt? Not bad. Could have been worse. I don't know what Anakin was complaining about. That was easy. He kind of does, but he wins more for some reason. That you know of. I think I'm going the right way. Oh God. Hi. To be fair, I've reached a point where I'm kind of content with the games I already have, so I don't feel like I need to buy every single new game, everything that, you know, comes out ever. Feels like new things suck in one way or another, no matter what. Like, oh, what was it? The Assassin's Creed 4 remake. It looks really good, but there's microtransactions like crazy that look kind of dumb, like so unimmersive, and like why? Just why in the first place? Why? And then, you know, I don't feel like I'm missing too much because I already played it before. The other page for ornaments for all classes. I don't know what you mean. What other page? Reminds me of the Delta operator who kidnapped the Venezuela dictator. Dude put money down on a betting site saying he can get it done. It's funny. Can we wait till after the Ocarina of Time remake before everything crashes? I mean, you're set. You're good. Don't you have a Switch too, right, Koki? You're good. You're fine. Phone? That's not for me, right? I'll be right back. Why? Ah, depends on the acid. What if I dissolved a burger in stomach acid? How would that go? Anyway, back to game. A burger is not your enemy? Sometimes it feels... I think it's mad when I eat it. Burgers are always a solution. I had a double quarter pounder with cheese today. It was good.
EA.
EA.
Sports.
I like how so many companies see EA as the voted the worst company ever, and they're like, hold my beer, we could be worse than that. We could totally be worse than that. What am I supposed to do here?
A.
Oh.
A.
Huh. Double quarter pounder, why don't they just call it a half pounder?
A.
Do you have a job?
Hey, it's me,
One in a
Goku!
coffee shop? Yeah, I work in digital representation and entertainment.
They've got the cooling rods!
You're doing a great job.
E.
Digital, like as a robot? Is my digital lawyer? Oh, if that's the case, you're screwed. You better call Saul. I can't help you, Demon Lord. Also, hello, Demon Lord. I'm not getting these heals that I need. Nice. Remember when Saul Goodman's brother fell and smacked his head against the table? No. I never actually watched Breaking Bad. I can't eat a sweet tart though. It's a blue one. It says strong and gentle on it. Oh.
Separatist scum! You're going to get us all killed! Unbelievable. Nothing to say for yourself?
Going to Destiny 2, but I see Koki. Nice. Remember the comeback story of Kim Kardashian? She definitely got comeback. His brother hitting his head on the table loop. This is one of my favorite gifs. What the frick? We're past talking. She tried to kill us. Let's return the favor.
Not until we find out where they're keeping their prisoners.
Ah, boo.
Destroying these, killing you, I will have served the cause well. Where are the people you took?
Guess what he's doing?
They're coming. Get the assets off.
Drugs. Breathing. See, I would just killed her.
We need to get out of here.
Wow, you don't seem very worried, lady. Save the cooling rods. Now without the cooling rods, help me deactivate these explosive. Go after the prisoners. Let's go. We'll find the prisoners before it's too late. Both of these are good. Why would I... What the frick? Why would I do either of these? I'm a Sith. This is even a moral dilemma.
There's no time. You heard her. They could be taking off right now.
I want my cooling
Fine,
rods.
but hurry.
I want my cooling rods. Disarm explosive charges. Eh. There's one. No? Huh? Why can I not? Huh? Shelly, the explosive is just a bonus we can skip being evil and all. Sith aren't all bad all the time. That's exhausting. Speak for yourself. I can't disarm them. Unless they are disarmed. What?
They've got the cooling rods.
I'm so confused. Do I kill these guys? Sith isn't evil, it's passionate. Well, I'm passionate about being evil. Your purple icon is swirling around those. Usually it's including... It's like an AoE indicator. I will refute Disney's Jedi is good, Sith is evil opinion until the day I die. I mean, isn't it a George Lucas thing too? Oh, what the frick? What do I do? Can't do nothing. I see a thing, but I can't click it. Disney will Disney. Unless there's another one on a different floor, you're just screwed with I'm not, I just clicked with my mouse. I used my mouse. I'm so confused. Is it bugged? There's no way it's bugged. Could it be on another floor? No, that goes away.
They've got the cooling rods!
Should I relog? I'm gonna Google this. All lightsabers are red because you make them bleed, bullcrap, F that noise. No, lightsabers are red because they're synthetic kyber crystals or something. They're not real. Or something like that. What's it called? Storming the castle, disarm explosive charges. Storming the castle, disarm explosive charges. SWTOR. I chose to deactivate the explosive charges, which seem to be the green things on the barrels, but I can't select them to deactivate. What the hell am I supposed to do? I decided to log off at the location of the quest, and when I logged back in today, it worked, and I was able to deactivate everything. Okay, take the elevator up and down again. Alright, so it's bugged. It's a bug, but I can fix it. I prefer the red flavor light lollipops. Red flavor is cherry. I like blue raspberry. Obama. No, I hit a bug. Oh, what the frick, dude? Really? What's the bug? I couldn't deactivate any other charges besides like one. So now I'm reloading an instance. Okay, go back down. Purple flavored cough syrup. Gross. I think it's hilarious that people hate the Sith lightsabers are red because they bleed explanation, which is really close to the original explanation from Lucas. Dark Jedi have red lightsabers because they're stained by the blood of the people they killed. I mean, if that's the case, why didn't Anakin's lightsaber turn red in like episode 2 when he killed all those Tusken Raiders? I don't know if that one really holds true because there's a lot of Sith characters that are like uninitiated and not like having actually killed people that have red lightsabers.